has been years since I have added to my collection. I just never had a suitable candidate. You see, my collection is very specific. Yes, I have had plenty of people come to my door, but they simply never fit my standards. I have always been alone, never married, no children. My hobby, as one would call it, began small. First, I began with squirrels I would find on cold winter nights by my window. They came out terribly, but over time I learned to perfect my craft. Before my hobby, people would leave me. How could they? I figured that I could find a way to make them stay forever. After 1 year of no suitable candidates, I gave my tea to Basil. She was old, after all. She came out perfect. Her memory forever lives. I paced around the fireplace.
Today's the day, Basil. I can feel it.
I stated. I spent my night sleepless. I went to his room and cleaned every corner. I placed a hot bag in his bed, in between his sheets. He would enjoy it. I placed a vase of yellow chrysanthemums by his window. I think they look lovely. I also placed one downstairs earlier. His room was ready. I couldn't wait to add to my collection. I went back downstairs and went into the kitchen.
Where did I put that cyanide? I could have sworn I saw it yesterday.
I remarked. It's a bitter almond smell. It's lovely to me. My candidates never recognized the smell, although I do get rather strange looks. Christopher Mulholland, he drank quite a lot. He slept very peacefully that night. That's all he seems to do now. He simply lays in bed. Mr. Temple, however, is always reading. He never puts that book down. I worry he doesn't get much sleep at all. In the back of the cabinet, I find my bitter almonds and set the bottle aside. I'm sure the young man would fancy some.
Today's the day.
Hours have gone by. The fire is burning, and I have nothing but to pace back and forth.
Don't worry, Basil. He'll be here soon. I know it.
I reassured. Once again, I went back into his room. I placed a hot bag with a new one and pulled back the covers. I headed back downstairs and towards the piano, where I opened my guest book.
In a minute now.
I stated. I placed the bed and breakfast sign on my window. The sign is very compelling, like black eyes, staring into your soul. Suddenly, he was here. He came up on the street. I could see his eyes scanning the sign. He was contemplating. A perfect addition to my collection. I walked to the door and pressed myself to it and peeked through. His hand reached for the doorbell, and just as he pushed the button, I opened the door to his new home.
Welcome. Please come in.
His forever, his safe haven. I gave him a smile. I said, stepping to the side. A perfect addition to my collection indeed.